What's up, everybody? Blood on the Razor Wire TV live. I don't know, for some reason I just tried to get on there and it wasn't going through. The camera wasn't clicking on, but here we go. Okay, country, I see you, man. Let's see if we get some people in here tonight, man. We'll talk about a couple things, right? First, like in the house, hit that like button. Amy Kruger in here. Okay. Chad, how's it going? Louisiana here. What's up? Hit that like button on your way in. 36 people, man. Hit that like button. Blood on the Razor Wire TV. We're going to talk about a bunch of stuff tonight, man. All the things going on in the world, crazy things, people losing their lives with their father right there. We're going to talk about that. Talk about some of the stuff with the giveaway. We're going to give out a couple books tonight because some people donated. So we'll give out a couple books. What's good, Chad? Took over for me to be able to make it live. Damn, bro. Got that COVID, huh? Don't get mad at me, man. I'm not drinking twisted tea. I'm drinking iced tea. Don't want YouTube to think we're drinking twisted tea. YouTube's been shooting at me this week, man. Like, I get a call from YouTube, and they're like, hey, man, we're going to ban your stuff. And I'm like, what? Who is this? He's like, you know who it is. It's Richard. Richard who? He's like, man, it's Richard. He's got this real strong Indian accent. I'm like, man, your name's not Richard, bro. Don't lie to me. Who are you? He's like, man, I'm from YouTube, man. YouTube support. He's like, I'm going to ban your stuff. I'm like, ban my stuff for what reason? He's like, you know. I'm like, no, I don't know. He's like, George Floyd, you know, you did that story on the cop. I'm like, dude, it was a positive story, man. It was the truth. It was the facts. So that's why I asked everybody, man, go in there and hit that X, man. Put an X like tonight. After this video's done, if you're here right now, there's 34 likes, 77 people. Just go put an X. You can leave other comments, but make sure that one line just has an X, man. We got to try to fix the lithogram or get this thing worked out, man. So, you know, I'm talking to Richard, you know, where he's from over there. I'm like, well, do you know my editor? And he's like, who's your editor? I tell him what. He's like, oh, that's my cousin. I said, come on, man. That's your cousin, man. Shoot my shit to the moon, bro. Like, I pay the editor good prices. You know what I mean? I'm just joking, man. I didn't get a call from Richard, but I wrote him an email, though, like, yo, what's up? So anyway, they kind of like banned us or banged us. You know what I mean? On that video the other day. Like, they're not pushing the videos. I think they're like, you know, I think I got my own theory, man, on YouTube, right? And we'll get into some of this street stuff, Jaydayoungan with his father and all of that. I want to talk about that stuff because it's relevant to what we're doing, right? But I think that YouTube does this stuff, right? I think they got the lower tier, they got the middle tier, and then they got the skyrocket tier of people, right? That they take. And it could be in any genre, whatever your stuff is, but we'll take this stuff, for example, like, you got guys that are like all the way down here. Like they do my boy Bill Stacks, man. They're keeping him down here. And Bill Stacks, man, he's an all right dude. He works hard, but he shouldn't be down here. He should at least be in the middle. Then they put people like me and the guy I interviewed the other day, Matthew Cox. Part 2 will be up tomorrow. Took a little time to get it edited. And they put us over here. And then they take these other dudes, man, and they shoot to the moon. And it's not for, you know, people don't get shot to the moon for lack of hard work. Sometimes people do work hard. Like, I put a lot of work in on this stuff, man. You guys might not see it, but I do. And I had called Amy the other day, like, yo, I don't know what this means right here. And I appealed the shit and all of that. And, you know, I talked to my wife. I'm like, look, man, I'm still going to do the videos, man, even if they aren't monetized. I'm still going to do them, right? Might be able to do them every day because this stuff costs me money. But I'm not going to just quit and just kill the channel. That's not going to happen. But anyway, I'm glad that we're back, man. We're here today. You know, you seen the title, it says State of Emergency. Chad, why did you come up with that? And, you know, a couple people like, man, there's flooding right here in Kentucky. And, you know, that's a state of emergency too, but it's a different kind of state of emergency than what I was talking about. I'm going to talk a little bit about my city, man. And I live in the same city as you. It might just have a different name, right? You know, a lot of us live in these dangerous places. You look around and you're like, wow, man. And I've said this before, like, some of these dudes, and we're going to talk about my arrest and stuff that I talked about on Matthew Cox. On his channel, on his interview. But, you know, you look around and I'm like, yeah, see, something happened with that other video. I know. A Prisoner's Awakening. What's up, man? No, they banged me, man, because I did a video about the cop that got sentenced in the George Floyd case. And it wasn't like for the police. It was more for, you know, what's right. I'm not going to say, hey, it was for George Floyd. No, it's about what was right, man. We'll get into it in a minute. You know, some people get pissed off about that stuff. Touchy subject at times. But you know what? It is what it is, man. We're going to call it how it is. The Derek Chauvin video. They got mad at us. So I really enjoyed the Matthew Cox interview. Well, I'm glad you did. So state of emergency in my city. The mayor calls for a state of emergency the other day, right? He's like, man, we got a state of emergency. These kids are getting hit. And, I know everybody's leaving, X's right here, but when the video's over, go leave an X. Leave an X in the comments, not on the live, but leave them over there for us if you can. I'd appreciate it. All right. Hopefully that'll change your lithogram up a little bit. Did a little research. Amy did a whole bunch of research. Big help. Certified's in the house. Country in the house. Big country in the house. So anyway, they call for this state of emergency. Kids are getting killed. Putting bodies on the dead a no. I'll tell you guys before, man, like, I'll answer that in a minute. I live a different life, bro. I'm not into prison politics, and you know what I'm saying? I mean, dudes are dead. I don't know, man. Maybe it gives some people's families closure. I don't know. But anyway, so they call for this state of emergency. 8 hours later, this kid from Boston, he's in my city. Cops are out there. Corey Thompson, dear Chad, stay true and keep doing things how you do. Of course, man. That's what we do, man. That's what we're doing. I might even start. I feel all right tonight, man. Got a little iced tea, man. You know what I'm saying? I love this iced tea, man, but tonight's my last night of drinking iced tea for about 2 weeks at least. But anyway, back to the state of emergency. One of the reasons we're here, they call for the state of emergency. Kid from Boston's in my city. These cops are sitting outside. Dude's like a detective for like 29 years. He's sitting in the car. Kid comes over, and I don't think this was the dude that was being investigated for the homicide, but these cops are watching. They're trying to get the drop on a kid that committed a homicide. This kid comes up and he smokes the cops, right? Christy Love, we're going to give you a free book tonight. So he shoots the cops. One of them dies. They arrest this cat, right? I mean, you hear the cop sirens, cop cars everywhere. They end up catching this kid in like an hour, man. Like an hour. They got a helicopter out there. They got drones out there. Shit's going crazy, right? The mayor's on TV the next day. All the police are on the TV. They're like, yo, look what happened. State of emergency. Next day, man, they kill someone else. Next day, they kill 3 or 4 days in a row, man, people are getting smoked, man. Dead. Gone. Today, my sister's driving through my old neighborhood. She kind of lives over in that area. Michael Velez, what's up? So she's driving today, and there's a kid laid out in the street. Another murder. Gone. And then you're thinking like, wow, man. Wow. And now tonight's story, Big Homie book giveaway. Okay. That's what's up. We're going to give away a couple books tonight. Big Homie's buying a book for someone tonight. So anyway, we appreciate you, Big Homie. That's the Big Homie. Hit that like button, man, for the Big Homie, man, for the donation, man. 132 people, man, 73 likes. And the other thing, man, we got to get the numbers up, man. If I'm doing something wrong, man. I got to figure this shit out. I think I'm starting to figure YouTube out a little bit, right? I see people that put out 9 to 11-minute videos, man. The videos are getting big hits. They're in their lithogram. They're getting a lot of watch time, percentage-wise. Would you guys get mad if I started doing 10, 11-minute videos? I might do a few. Like I say, man, we'll make the decision together. It's our channel, not just my channel. I'm supposed to have an interview this week with a Native American chick that did a bunch of Fed time. I think she did maybe 12, 13 years, 14 years. They call her Big Sexy. So we might have her on there. The lithogram is a monster. Yeah, man, we got to get that thing rocking, man. Hit that like button, man. Get that lithogram rocking for your boy tonight. But, this is a message for the fathers too tonight, right? And, it's important, man. And, I see dudes do a lot of videos on like these rappers and these kids are out here getting killed, right? And we'll talk a little bit about this cat, Jaydayoungan. I don't know if you guys seen. I mean, everyone's got a video out on this. I think the best video out on it was by 1090 Jake. I mean, he was one of the first ones, I think, and he did a good job. And now today there's some information that comes out. The kid's sitting on his porch with his father. Think about this, man. There's fathers out there, right, watching right now. This kid's sitting out on the porch with his father. Some people roll up. They jump out of the van. There's 3 dudes, I think, jump out of the van, according to his father. They start shooting. Some other dudes, they try to run in the house, but some other dudes come up on the side of the house, and they unload on the kid, right? They unload on Jaydayoungan, man. And the father's there. The father says, I don't even know why he does this, but is the father a convicted felon? I think so. I think the father had a bunch of shit in his past, right? So the father says he shoots back. You don't have a comment section showing I can see it. You got to go over to live chat, bro. Hit that button. Hit that like button, right? Hit that X. Hit the the up button, thumbs up, like button, and then hit live chat. And you're back in here. You'll be able to see the comments. But I prefer the longer videos myself. But I see you helping others, so I'll watch. Yeah, it's not just that, bro. I might do, man. If I do short videos, maybe I'll do 2 in a day. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Maybe we'll do a couple of them, get the numbers up, and then we'll go from there. Travis Drury, I'm getting the audio book tonight. Why in the hell are these rappers all still playing in the streets? I mean, that's some of the shit we're going to talk about tonight, right? You're the only YouTuber I have notifications on for. Okay. John, you emailed me, right? About the shoes for your son. I emailed you back. I said, tell me your size and your son's size. And we got you. We're going to look out. Make sure you email me tonight, bro. I emailed you back. Harvey, I'm getting more views with shorter videos. Yeah, I think that stuff works, man, that way. But I'm not going to go away from what we're doing, man. We're still going to bring people on. We're still going to do interviews. Yeah, make them part 1 and part 2. I know I could do videos on like legal stuff, right? Like, gang members that are arrested, rappers that are arrested. I can get on that federal court page where I can pull that stuff up. I can tell you guys the story. It's not like, we're reading shit off Wikipedia that you could just go read. And then give you my insight and my perspective, man, on that stuff. I think those are, and there'll always be a message. I think that it would be all right to do stuff like that. 160 people in the house, 107 likes. Hit that like button, man. Hit it like you hit a chomo on the yard, like some of these cats say, right? So anyway, Jaydayoungan, he's out there with his father. His father fires back. According to him, like he's making statements that like, yo, man, I shot back at these dudes. Does that put him in danger? You think the feds will come swoop in on this dude and be like, yo, we're about to charge you with an 18 USC 922G. Does anybody know what that is? What's an 18 USC 922G? Get the people in the comments. Let's see. Put your jailhouse lawyer cap on, man. I was going to start a different channel called Jailhouse Lawyer Reacts, right? Some people, think that I have a different channel. I may not. But I'm not the commentator over there, man. Might just be like a writer or something. Chad, I shot you an important text about my health. Well, send it again, boy, because I'm not seeing it. Send it over. Convicted felon in possession of a firearm. 100%. How much time you think you get for being a convicted felon in possession of a firearm? If the feds grab you, it's a 0 to 10, right? Christy Love, I know 924C. Well, I am the 924C expert. I'm just saying. I feel like I'm the 924C expert anyway. But anyway, you get 0 to 10 years. So all the homies out there, man, you're carrying guns. This kid's father's shooting. He's got a prior felony. I think, I don't want to say the wrong shit right here, but I think on 10, I actually watched that video, man. One of the first videos I ever watched all the way through. I watched 1090 Jake's video. It's all right, man, to learn from other people. Don't ever forget that. So I watched that video, and I think the father had like some sex stuff in the background, maybe, and a felony. So now he just is out there saying, yeah, I shot back. Can they charge him over there? I wouldn't put anything past him, man. I wouldn't put anything past him. So it's possible. It's possible they could charge him, but check this out. Let's say you had priors and they career you, right? Let's say they career you. And when they career you, now you're looking at 15 to life. Usually dudes go to trial. They're like, man, I ain't taking that 15. Usually get 18 years, 19 years, 20 years. And you know what, man? 18 years, 19 years, 20 years, that's not nothing to shrug off, man. The feds will hit you with that hammer. Bong, you're all done. You know what it's like, 15 years? Tony McQueen, we're going to do an interview for sure. We tried to set that thing up the other night. I see you called me last night. I'm going to keep it real with you, man. Last night, I was so exhausted. Me and my family went to the zoo, right? We went to this cool-ass zoo in Syracuse, man. I'll tell you guys about that, too, in a minute. So, I was extremely exhausted, man. Your boy laid it down. I woke up at 4 a.m, did a whole bunch of work today, had to get something done that has to be in the mail by tomorrow. So that's why I didn't hit you back up, but we'll definitely do it. Hit me up tonight, man, and tomorrow we'll jump on there and do that. And don't forget, man, we're bringing Big Sexy on. That'll be coming up. You guys wanted some female interviews. We're going to bring them on, man. We're going to bring the real ones on. So anyway, what is it like, man, to see your son? You're chilling on the porch with your son, all right? And I'm not saying like, I don't know, man. Just my perspective is a little different than other people's, right? You're sitting on the porch with your son. These dudes show up. They jump out. They jump out of the van. Your ops, right? They jump out of a van and they start shooting at you. Were they really shooting at him? Well, I know where Carmelo Anthony went. Oh, come on, man. Come on, Corey. Anyway, imagine what that's like, man. Your son's on the porch. He's bleeding, blood everywhere. Like this cat gave an interview to Double XL. Did they pay him? As they tried to run inside the house, Scott said that two more people with guns approached from the side of the home and opened fire. The late rapper's dad was armed as well and was able to shoot back. Sadly, Jaydayoungan was hit at least 8 times while his father was shot twice in the arm. The 24-year-old rapper succumbed to his injuries and died. Meanwhile, Scott remains hospitalized and is in stable condition. As previously reported, Jaydayoungan and his father were shot outside their home on Superior Avenue in Bogalusa, Louisiana. An incident appearing to match the details of the shooting was first officially reported by the police department and all of that shit. But can you imagine what that's like, man? Chime in, man. You got a son? Could you imagine that, man? You're shot. You're firing back. Your son's hit 8 times. He's laying there. He's bleeding. And really, man, like this kid was on Vlad TV, all kinds of stuff, right? Imagine slandering Mello and you never met him. You should have left that up, Amy. That's cool, man. Leave that up. Yeah, like you're slandering this dude and like you never met him. John Morney Vegas in the house. That's what's up, Las Vegas. 154 people. Hit that like button. BRB nurses here. I can hear, just can't type. Okay. All good. So anyway, wouldn't that fall under Castle Doctrine? So, we had a couple donations this week, man. So we're going to give out some books, man. There are people that hit me up like, yo, I need a book. I do give away books that other people don't even know about. And today I got a book return, man. And I'm like, damn, man, this book's returned. And now I owe everybody an apology tonight too, man. I had a bag that I thought went out the other day that didn't, with some books in it. So your books will be on their way. I apologize. They're going to be late, but I apologize. The father did the right thing. Oh, I'm not saying that he did the wrong thing. I mean, if you're shooting at me, I'm shooting back too. I mean, it's just how it goes, right? But my point is, could you imagine being the father and your son's laid out bleeding, you're shot, the people take off, you come out and there's your son, man. And there's nothing you can do. He's gone, man. Blood everywhere, your son's gone, man. Absolutely insane. And, someone's like, man, why don't these rappers get out of the street? Sometimes I wonder that, man. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, yo, man, I understand that you don't want to leave your friends, right? Josh Goo just finished the book. Hell of a read. Glad you liked it. Call your peoples, Chad. We need them books or else you can check in. Yeah, I'm going up top. Anyway, let me get a book, homie. I would love one, but if someone else hasn't heard your story, it can go to them. Trying to get it together. Try and get it together. Hit us up on the email. I'm going to give you a book, man. Let me know if you want a paperback signed copy with a personal message from Blood on the Razor Wire, or if you want an audio book, let me know. Either one, I got you. Tommy Campbell, what's up, Chad? Still having issues with my kid here in Texas. Hit me up, Tommy. Maybe I can call him and talk to him, bro. Hit me up. They should have let the father pass with self-defense. That's where it's all wrong at, right? So check this out, New York, right? There's been plenty of people where I'm from. They're a felon. They end up killing someone. Let's say that, they're someone shoots at them, they shoot back. You beat the murder charge, self-defense. But then they bang you with a 15-year piece, right? And they bang you, free Mookie. Then they bang you with a 15 piece for possession of a firearm. So you beat the murder, but you still get 15 years for the gun. You're a felon in possession of a firearm. They still bang your ass, man. Just send me an email, Travis. Send me an email. freedomfighterspc@gmail.com. Chad, do a more recent story about SAC. Look, man, I got a homeboy, man, that I'm like this with, right? He's a SAC member, man. He might be watching right now. And I would love for him to come on, man. But honestly, I think he left that shit behind him when he left prison. He was on that shit when he first got out. Now he's a father, and I don't think he wants to come on, man. He's got SWP blasted on his chin. I don't know if he got that shit taken off or what. He had tattoos over his eyes. I don't know. I'd like to bring him on, man. But yeah, SAC is definitely a dangerous gang, man. I think they were the most ruthless white gang in federal prison. Kayla, what are you supposed to do? What do you mean? What are you supposed to? He did what he had to do, but you probably don't go on double XL and be like, yo, I shot back. I probably wouldn't be, doing an interview saying, yeah, I was shooting back at him. I mean, that's just the catch-22. Here, I'm going to give it to you the same way, right? I'm in prison. I've told this story before, though. I'm in prison. This kid, Eddie, right? Chinese Eddie. Anybody here that was in USP Lee? Stop and Shop canned vegetables. Gosh darn it. I'm in USP Lee, all right? I'm going to find these shots, man. I got to go through my files and find them. I'm in USP Lee. This kid, Asian Eddie, Chinese Eddie. Some people that were in USP Lee, if you're tuning in, man, you probably remember this. Eddie owed me $45. He wants to argue with me. He used to smoke cigarettes all the time. I had a store. I had a snow cone business. I had a soda business. And Eddie owes me $45. He wants to argue with me. Eddie wants to argue. So I'm like, all right, Eddie. He's like, I only owe you $40. I said, all right, Eddie, you owe me whatever. Give me my $40. Don't ask me for shit ever again. He got in his feelings, right? And he keeps screaming. I'm like, yo, bro, watch how you talk to me. And I hit Eddie. I told you guys I wasn't always a nice person. So I hit Eddie. Boom. I drop him. Eddie's on the ground. This kid from New York's like, you got knocked the fuck out. So he embarrasses Eddie, right? So a week later, I'm walking up the steps. It's August 24th, 2009, I think it was, or 2010. 2009, I think, or 10. I'm walking up the steps. Eddie's got what we call in prison a pick, right? What a pick is, it looks like a nail. Sometimes people break pieces off the fans, all right? Man, my nose is itching like crazy. I don't want to start digging my nose. You guys are like, damn, man, Chad's picking his boogers. So anyway, he gets this metal piece off the fan, right? He bends the end. He wraps a sheet around it. He puts a little lanyard on it. And I'm walking up the steps one day, right? I'm walking up the steps one day. And Eddie's like, yo, I'm about to get some get back, man. Chad hit me, embarrassed me. And you know what? I owe a bunch of people money here. I just want to get out of here. And this is what they call a check-in move, right? People pull check-in moves. 205 people, 154 likes, man. Hit that like button, man, so I can finish the story. It's kind of like that thing you put the quarters in at the grocery store for the kids. The ride don't start going. I got to be quiet until you guys, hit that like. Okay, it's not working too good. But anyway, True Crime with Colby Roy. What's up, Chad? Colby Roy, I got to put your stuff on my community too. Colby Roy, I'm going to get to my story. I'm not going to forget. Colby Roy interviewed the lawyer who represented me, Judge John Gleason. He did an interview with him. If you guys want to check it out, check out True Crime with Colby Roy. I also did an interview with him, so that'll be coming out in a week or two. Making my rounds this week. But so Eddie comes up behind me. He hits me in the back. Boom, boom. I'm walking up the steps with sodas. At first, I don't even realize that. Throw up a money sign if you have Mega Million tickets for tonight. 1.2 billion. Eric, I think you're a day late and $1 short. Someone already won that, bro. But anyway, thanks for making us smile, big dog. It's all good. But no, we didn't win. Someone in Illinois won. So anyway, I'm walking up the steps. Eddie hits me in the back with that shank, right? With what they call them ice picks. He hits me, bang, bang, bang. Hits me twice. Maybe I don't know. Sometimes I got 2 little holes in my back and a scratch, right? Because I think when he hit me, boom, he drug it and hit me again. I turn around. At first, I don't even know what happens. I see him at the bottom of the steps, like looking up at me. He's like, and I'm like, motherfucker. I reach him. I rub my back. I pull my hand out and there's blood on there, right? And I tell my boy, I'm like, yo, and I could probably find him. You guys want to see a picture of when I tell the stories, you guys want to see a picture of my homeboy? This was my right-hand man in there, right? Let me see if I can find him. Let me see if I can find some pictures of him right on his own Facebook page. I want to show you guys. This was my buddy, man. This was my partner right here, right? I'll say, yo, Chiz, grab him, man. He stabbed me. So I say, when I say, Chiz, grab him. This is my right-hand man. He starts to chase him. We're at USP Lee. He's from Rochester. This is my partner, a good friend of mine, right? So he starts to chase the kid. But when I say, yo, he stabbed me, it's like he hits the brakes. But at the same time, I throw the sodas at the dude. I miss him. Wish I would have got him. I chase him down the steps. I'm chasing him out there. He's running like this, right? And he's running in the mud. And it's raining. It's sprinkling. He slips and he falls. Boom, he hits the ground. I'm able to get on him. My boy Chiz, this is Chiz right here, man. That's my boy Chiz, right? He chases after him. When he hears that he stabbed me, it's like he hit the Fred Flintstone car, man. He had hit that old Fred Flintstone car. This is Chiz, man. We're from the same neighborhood. Anyway, he hit the old Flintstone car. He's like, oh, hold up. He stabbed you. You know, I'm not trying to get stabbed, you know, and you know, when you see people, man, get stabbed one time and die, you're like, damn, man. You're like, wow, man. I'm not trying to get stabbed. So anyway, I chase the kid, man. He falls. I take the knife from this dude, right? I got the knife. I could kill this kid, man. And one of the cops that responded, he's actually wrote me on Facebook. He retired now and would love to bring him on the channel to tell a little bit more about the story. He's chimed in before in the comments. So anyway, yeah, he pumped the brakes, homie. I take the knife and I'm like, I got an appeal in, man. And I throw the knife off to the side. And then honestly, not on no tough guy shit, but I start pounding this kid, right? I start pounding on this dude. Bang, 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 bang. And I'm going to tell you some more about Chiz in a minute, too. I'm pounding on the dude. The cops run. They tackle me. And the cops are hitting me. I'm like, yo, man, I'm stabbed. I'm stabbed. Now, remember, in my mind, I had just, you know, recently, you know, experienced my boy get stabbed, right? Pike. Pike was stabbed all them times. And I'm thinking, damn, man, I'm about to die, man. I'm thinking in my head, I'm about to die. I'm thinking, I don't know, when you get stabbed like that in prison, I don't know, not everyone, but me, I started to panic. I started thinking, damn, man, my lungs are fucked up. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I'm a pretty big boy, man. These cops picked me up and ran me to medical, man. He stopped hitting me when I was like, yo, I'm stabbed. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And really, I could breathe. I just thought that I couldn't. And I started to panic. But the moral of the story is this. You know, when you shoot back or you do, you know, they found me guilty of fighting and serious assault. And I'm like, what? Self-defense, right? It don't work that way. Same thing in the street, New York. You know, I don't think we have the stand your ground laws and all that bullshit, right? All that stuff. Shouldn't say bullshit because I think some of that shit does work. Hey, man, let the dude live, man, last night, man. Let him live, man. We'll talk about that in a minute, too. So anyway, they found me guilty, man. And the same thing, like if someone, check this shit out, someone breaks in your house, if you can get out of your house and you're not cornered, you have to leave. If not, you shoot this dude. There's not no self-defense. Yeah, no more cussing either. We got to stop cussing. What do you think we should do about firearms? So that's the type of stuff that happens, man. Like you're shooting back. These dudes are shooting at you. You shoot back. You might have a self-defense claim. You might win in Louisiana. I don't know. But in the federal court, they're not going to charge you with shooting anybody or anything. They're going to charge you with being a felon in possession of a firearm. And they're going to light your ass up. And they're going to be like, oh, shit, dude, you got like these 3 priors. We don't think you're a good dude. And we're going to smash you. You want to cop out to 15 years? We're going to ACCA you. Armed Career Criminal Act. They're going to bang your ass. So you got to be careful what you say and what you do, man. So that was the little explanation on that. You should interview Mike Thompson. I definitely should interview Mike Thompson. He called me up and I'm like, look, Mike, when you coming on? And he's like, look, dude, I'm doing big shows, bro. I'm doing like Sean Atwood and Vlad TV. Like, you know something, Chad? You only got 55. Some people ask you that. How many subscribers you got, man? Oh, we got 55,000, sir. Oh, or if you got like 1,000 subscribers, people are like, oh no, I'm not coming on your channel. I did 15 years in prison. I'm too important for your channel. Sure you are, buddy. You're going to figure it out. You'll figure it out. There's one dude that was like that with me, man, that I helped, that I was close to in prison. Try to get him to come on. He don't even want to return your calls, man. And I actually sent him all this stuff on compassionate release. You got to be a clown to get more views. Oh, shit. I ain't mad at him. So anyway, Chad, you could get on Atwood easy. Hit him up, man. Tell him I broke the dude, man. Hit him up. Tell him to get us on there, man. Let's kick it, man, on a big platform. Maybe it'll help us. You know what I mean? So anyway, like dude we had on last night, Matthew Cox. I mean, listen, man, everyone has a story, right? That's his story. That's what he did. I mean, he talked about the things. He was honest about it. And the one thing, let me see his deleted message. He's one of the silliest pathological liars out there. It's all good. I know Sean Atwood. He likes my YouTube show. I know he's big on criminal justice reform and stuff like that, right? Yeah, so hit him up. But anyway, look, dude, like we bring people on, like I told you before, man. Saying this, it started out as a prison YouTube channel because I didn't know what I was really doing. It just got out of prison, didn't really know. But it's more of a life experience channel, man, of, these are the things that happen. This is all part of the criminal justice system. This is all part of, the prison system. Have you ever been threatened by a past guest? Yes, I have. Someone threatened me based off of the video on Killer Chronicles. Threatened me, called me. We talked about it. We worked it out. Get Larry Hoover home, Chad. We're going to do a Larry Hoover video this week, man. Maybe Tuesday. Maybe it'll come out on Tuesday. You guys want to see that video? So yeah, I've been threatened, man. I've been threatened a few times. I've been threatened by a few people, man, but I don't know, dude. All I can say is, I'm humble. And if they show up here, oh man, we might be getting some different types of charges because we're shooting back, big dog. And my wife may be a pistol permit holder. I don't know. Maybe not. But we're definitely shooting back. What's the email to get the book? Because we have to protect our family. So I like Matt Cox, period. So anyway, yeah, we bring people on of all aspects, bro. We brought on an active agent, former cops. I think we had a current cop on there, former federal judge. We had interviews with Troy Kell. We've had interviews with, people are, oh man, this guy, man, he's stupid. He's an asshole. He's a liar. He's ignorant, motherfucker. And, these are the people that are in prison. This is our criminal justice system. So that's why we bring them people on. Everybody's not going to be a perfect guest, right? Every story might not sound like it's 100. But there's all different aspects, man. Matthew Cox is part of that criminal justice system. He tells you the things that really happen. And there's a message there, man. You have to listen to Matthew Cox, right? And when you listen to him, listen to the message, man. Because there's a message. Part 2 will be out tomorrow. He has a message that should light some people up. Like, wow, okay. This is how things really work. A lot of people don't talk about all the ways that things work. And you get dudes like that in prison too, where, everybody's too hard for the yard. Everybody's a tough guy until someone busts their ass, right? Until someone, punches them in their shit and I've seen plenty of tough guys fold, man. I'm going to give you guys a couple stories at Raid Brook. Dude comes in and he's talking about he's cousins with this famous dude from LA and he's this big blood and, he caught his case in Connecticut. And I seen the homie send him up top. He's out there, all kinds of money. Really, I think he was a white collar criminal and pretending to be something that he wasn't. And he was a big dude. And next thing I know, like he's on the gate. He's on the gate like, yo, I got to go. And, it was over his homeboy that was from Wisconsin, a kid named Rabbit. Rabbit's fighting this blood kid from New York. Big ass blood kid, man. And this kid Rabbit, he's always smoking chew, doesn't work out. And he was giving that blood kid the business, man, at Raybrook. Anybody that was in Genesee A, if you're watching, tune in if you were there for that. You know what I mean? Don't be a Jimmy. Hey, Rosso trademarked that thing, didn't he? Holy shit. No, I mean, I do. When I interview people, if I think that they're not being straightforward, I push them. I ask people tough questions. I ask the cop tough questions about the community, about what he really thinks. Listen, man, I'm like a prisonologist. All right, my boy coined that term. My boy Cedric Dean, right? Thugologist, prisonologist. You got all these prison consultants. Look, man, I lived that life for so long. I know the ins and outs. I know how that shit works. I think I've got pretty good insight when people are talking to me and they start lying. You know what I mean? Matthew Cox Part 2's out tomorrow. I misspelled his thing on the thumbnail. Matthew, I put Matt with 1 T instead of 2. He might get mad, but you know what? It is what it is. J Tad, he hit up 1090 Jake, man. Thank you, bro. Definitely appreciate you, man. I haven't. No, we had. Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on it, but I like 1090, man. He looked out for me. I like the kid. So are we giving out audio book? J Tag gets an audio book tonight. He hit up 1090 Jake for us. Ladies and gentlemen, should we announce it like he really won something big? Like the 1.2 billion? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Blood on the Razor Wire TV. I'm just joking. J Tag, we're going to give you a book, homie. Hit me up, man. I'm going to send you an audio book. It might not be to the morning, bro. I'm going to load up the video tonight for tomorrow after this. And again, man, I'm beat down, man. I don't know why, man. I think that sun beat my behind, man. I'm going to lay it down. Ask 1090 about the Cape Verdeans in Boston. Do it in the wall ball voice. I can't, man. Shit hurts me sometimes. Anyway, so again, man, for the fathers, like, you got a son, right? Feds hit me with the ACCA. I fought it and got the max. You got hit with a 922G. And then what, they ACCA'd you and you beat it and got the 10? I need a book, Chad. One day you will be huge on here, man. You know, just because you said that, Gmo, you're getting a free book tonight too, man. There's a dude on YouTube named Bad Bob. So you think he's real or is that fake? How does he record from prison? Is that possible? So let me tell you something, K-Lo. I know for a fact that Bad Bob is a real dude. I know that because I was asked to speak at his parole hearing. I've had many interactions with Bad Bob. How do you record? I'm going to tell you how you record. You grab your cell phone, you hit record, and you make a video. So Trey Dog, if you're listening, Tree Dog, former CO at USP Lee, hit me up, man. Let's do an interview, bro. I'll hit you up on the email about the book. So anyway, I just finished Chad's book. When I pass, I want to come back reincarnated as Chad. Woo! Uh-oh. Oh, and I want to talk about this dude right here. I want to talk about him. He's on here. Definitely want to talk. So yeah, Bad Bob is a real dude, bro. Just so you know. You record, you send the video out to someone you got on the street. They make your thumbnail. They edit your video. They put your little introduction in there. You can do all this shit from your iPhone, bro. And they sell these phones in prison. Yes, you can record from prison. And he is a real one. Big Mouse. Hey, fam, just feeding some stray dogs that look like they're starving, but I'm here now. So as you guys know, Big Mouse won. You know, we blessed him the other day when we did the cash giveaway. He had sent me a bunch of videos, and most of you that know me or heard me talk, man, animals are my thing, man. Like in prison, pit bulls and parolees, man. I was a faithful watcher of pit bulls and parolees. And I told my boy, right, and I've talked about Brad before on the channel. Brad's got 20 years. He's out of PA, not far from Pittsburgh. He's from Somerset. He said, damn, bro, everything you said you were going to do when you got out, man, you did except for one thing. Do you know what it is? And I said, yeah, I know what it is. He said, no, you don't. I said, I didn't go to pit bulls and parolees and get a dog. I always told him I was going to go there and get an old dog that no one will adopt that's been in a cage for years there because I want to free him from prison. And it bothers me, too, to go to the zoo. We'll talk about that in a second. And I'm going to get a puppy from there, man. You know, that's the only thing that I didn't do was go to pit bulls and parolees. But anyway, Big Mouse was in Big Sandy with me, man. I can say it, right? He was a South Sider, man. Kicked it real hard with two of his homeboys, Droopy and Sad Boy. I talk about them in the book. And Big Mouse sends me pictures, man. He's out there in the street, man, taking care of dogs, man, in Mexico, right? These dogs are stray. He's got like a little Mexican rescue over there, man, in Mexico, man. And he's doing wonderful things. We send him a little bit of money, help him out, man, maybe help out with a little food for the dogs. He's taking in sick dogs. Some of the dogs were poisoned. Some were hit by a car. Some kids did some real live bullshit. The one dog with some firecrackers. You can only imagine what they did. Man, that pissed me off, man. That pissed me off so damn bad, man. But you know what, man? This dude's over there doing good things, right? And I would like to, next month, man, send him a couple of dollars, man, to support his mission, man, with the dogs and the animals, because that shit is big to me, man. I love animals, dude. And Benjamin Blanco Pickett. So, yeah, we go to the zoo, all right? We go to the zoo. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a crazy-ass story. It's kind of outside the scope, but this shit's funny, and I'm going to show you this dude. I want you guys to see this dude, all right, when I pull up his picture. Last year, we go to this same zoo, and there's this little monkey there, right? He's a baby. And, you know, the monkeys are sitting there, and people are watching them. And the monkeys, they're just boring, man. People want to see monkeys moving around. They're boring. So I look at this monkey, and I start doing this noise where I'm like, and that baby monkey looks at me. He flies to the glass, starts hitting the glass. He's swinging. He's getting pissed off. So now we go back to the zoo. Well, this baby monkey ain't a baby no more, but he sees me. Um, he sees me and he flies to the glass. This dude jumps on the glass like bang. He's pissed off. I don't know if you guys can see him right here, but this is him. This monkey remembered me, man. That little dude right there, he jumped on the glass. He remembered me. Let me see if I get a better picture of him right here. This is him. He jumps on the glass, starts pounding on the glass as soon as he sees me show up. Everybody's looking at the monkeys. The monkeys ain't doing nothing no more. This is him seeing me. He's like, damn, man, that's my dude, man. It's my dude, Chad, from Blood on the Razor Wire TV. So he's jumping on the glass, going crazy, hitting the glass. And really, man, I felt like dude remembered me, man. Is that crazy? Dude remembered me. This little monkey remembered me. Let me see if I can get him on this one. Let me see if can you guys even see that with the light? There's his tail. Yeah, I'm out here beefing with the monkeys, man. But I don't know if where the hell is he? So anyway, but yeah, man, going to the zoo, man, is like, it's crazy. This zoo also has like, oh, there he is. There's my dude right there. That's my dude. Yeah, we were beefing, man. He tried to send me up top. Damn, dude, I don't even want to see that, bro, on YouTube. J-Tad, man, I don't want to see that. You can feed giraffes over here. You can do all kinds of stuff at this place, man. I took my son over there. He's going nuts. We're feeding the little goats. This is my son feeding a giraffe. I mean, like, I think that's pretty cool to be able to do stuff like that. But at the end of the day, man, it sucks, man, that the animals are in cages because I know what it's like to be in jail, man. I know what it's like to be in prison. And I feel like, man, them animals, people are like, oh, but they were born in captivity. But I'm like, damn, man. But you see them pacing back and forth, and it's kind of sad, man. I fed a giraffe my glasses when I was 3. Ran out of food. Crazy, right? But anyway, man, Jenny, I told Chad you need to visit the Baltimore Aquarium. Yeah. Yeah, I owe that monkey money, man. He was going to send me up top. It's crazy. I wouldn't want to see them videos. But anyway, I like to try to do family things, man, and that's what it's about, right, man? Those are all the things, man, that I used to think, man, this shit will never be possible. Some people asked me sent me some emails, talked about, the stuff that I talked about on Matthew Cox's show, how I got arrested. You guys see how that happened, right? The kid Donnie was a kid I looked up to in my neighborhood. I'm like, man, this dude's all right, dude. He was in a band. He had like this drum set, said, mess with the best, die like the rest. We thought he was cool. He always had trick bikes. And eventually, we get older. Excuse me. Donnie, becomes a drug addict out there smoking cocaine base, right? I see him walking down the street. I pull over. And I take him out to eat, man. He's like, Chad, man, I'm going to a hotel. He explains to me that he can't go to his mom's house, but they're putting him in, rehab tomorrow. And I'm like, all right, bro. And I'm going to take him to the hotel. He's like, man, you buy me something to eat, bro. I'm hungry, bro. And I buy him something to eat at this restaurant, Mark's Restaurant. And I tell him, man, see them cars going by? And this is your message tonight. If you're doing the wrong thing, this is what I want you to think, right? Think about this. I told him cars are passing by, man. How old are you, man? 29? I said, that's your life passing by, bro. You're still doing the same shit you were doing when you were 19. It's 10 years, man. You got nothing, bro. You got nowhere to go. You got no vehicle. You got nothing, man. So I ended up taking him to the hotel. He goes to rehab. He gets out. You guys that watch Matthew Cox, you heard the story. He ends up living with these people. I liked his dad too, man. I really, really liked his dad a lot. I was pretty close with his father when I was younger, when I was a young drug dealer. And he's like, Chad, man, the place I'm staying at is my dad's friends, man. They're addicts, bro. It's bad, man. CV God, I'm going to answer that. 100% I'm going to answer that. So he ends up asking me if he could stay with me for a couple weeks, man, until he can get on his feet. So he's not there. He's trying to do the right thing. And this is a kid that I looked up to when I was a kid. I'm like, damn, man, my wife, Jenny. I'm like, man, my wife ain't going for that shit, bro. But eventually I talk her into it. She's like, all right, all right. She bends a little bit and she doesn't want to. Biggest mistake I ever made in my life. Donnie didn't send me to prison. My actions sent me to prison. But he got the shit going, right? And then he tells the police that he can get me if they give him the money to pay me back. So when you ask, like, how do you think that, this guy's going to pay you back? Well, he did pay me back some of it because the cops gave him the money. And that's how he opened the door. And I liked him. I had a kind heart. I still got a kind heart. Sean Blue, I see that. So, it was my kind heart that got the best of me. And you could say, oh, it was the greed. Yeah, I wanted my money back, of course. But I liked Donnie, man. I felt bad for him. I know the struggle. I understand the struggle of addiction. Why? My father was a major drug addict in my neighborhood, man. My father was the father that would take your Nintendo and go sell it. You wake up one morning and the TV's gone. He was that type of dude. I hate to say that stuff, but he was that type of dude. So I understood addiction from that point of view, right? And I liked Donnie, man. I wanted him to do the right thing. I didn't want to hurt Donnie. Donnie thought I was going to hurt him and, do bad things to him. And, man, that wasn't the truth, man. So he gets the money from them, pays me back some of it, and he's talking to me. And he's wearing a wire while he's talking to me. And, as much as I did for Donnie, he had to make me the bad guy, He made me the bad guy. Did I ever get some payback? No, man. But I seen him when I got out of prison, and this was like one point. When you do all this time in prison and you come home, right? I'm learning, right? I've only been home 27 months, but I'm learning. There's milestones that you got to get over, man. Where you have to be like, yo, man, when you pass it, when you clear a hurdle, you're like, damn, man, I am a better person, man. And I had to do that in prison too. I'm like, damn, I am all right, man. I felt good about having integrity, in prison years down the road. I'm like, wow, man. I clean the bathrooms, dude. That humbled me, man. I cleaned the community bathrooms so that they weren't, messed up and dirty. That's what I did. And I'm like, man, I got to do this stuff. And there are hurdles, man. Like I talked about before, having kids, I was scared. I was nervous, thought I was cool. I got it. And then I was like, oh, hell no. And there was a time where I was dead tired, man. And my son used the bathroom. I know my wife's mother's coming over in an hour. It's 5:00 in the morning. He's crying. I take him out. I feed him. And I'm like, dude, I don't care how tired you are. I had told myself this. I don't care how tired you are. You got to take care of this dude. He's looking up at you. You got to change his diaper. This is with the beginning stages, man. I'm like, I don't even like picking up dog shit. You know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, for real. I'm like, man, I got to do this, man. I got to do this. He's counting out. He's looking at me like, yo, you're my dad, man. Like, I need you. I can't change my diaper. And I changed his diaper, man, instead of waiting an hour. So there are milestones. And I did see dude, man. And he's like, oh, man, don't hurt me, man. Do you remember me? I'm sorry for what I did. And I'm like, dude, that's the same exact thing that you said on the recording. Chad, man, don't hurt me. I told him I'd get in the car. Let's talk. He's like, no, man, you're going to hurt me. And I'm like, dude, you know what? Pretty much, man. I was like, man, fuck you. How's that sound? And I walked away, man. And it was hard to do that, man. It was hard to do that. But that's what it is, man. So anyway, man, tonight, man, we did a little live, man. We give away a couple books. If I shouted you out, man, hit us up on freedomfighterspc@gmail.com. We'll get them books out to you. If you guys can, when this video is over, there's 249 people in the house, 241 likes. Definitely appreciate you. Hit that X for us, man. Just leave a comment. Don't write anything except for an X. If you want to leave a comment, leave an extra comment. Might help us, right? You deserve a pet. I appreciate it, man. And some people are like, man, why do you, the things that I do, man? And people can say what they want to say. Yes, Jimmy, it's alive. People can say what they want to say, but I do feel like I took from my community, man. And that's why I want to do other things and help out, man. I want to put Save a Child Month together, man, where, in August, September, where, we go out and we do things for kids, man. Like I said, man, if my money was all the way up, I'd be out there doing that shit, man. I'd be out there doing it. Definitely, man. I'd be out there doing it. And hopefully we get there. My goal is to put a reentry house together. That's one of my next goals. I'm trying to do it. It's not cheap. It's expensive. But, man, that's what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to do. I had someone hate for someone when I was locked up. I had to let the hate in my heart go. Sometimes you got to let it go, man. A lot of times you got to let it go, but it is what it is. So we're going to close out tonight, man. I appreciate everybody coming on here. Big shout out to Amy Country, certified, man. Without the mods, man, where would we be, right? Without all the people tuning in and being a part of this mission, where would we be? What's your cash needs, really? What? I don't understand. I mean, everybody needs cash, bro. If I had money like that, I'd be going out and doing all kinds of stuff, man. For kids, man, because that's what I want to do, man. I think, for real, man, kids are our future, right? We got kids killing kids. Oh, here you go. State of emergency in my city on the news. 15-year-old shot in the hospital right now, shot. He's in a car with a bunch of other kids, whole car shop. He's shot. They drop him off at the hospital and push him out of the car. Hey, man, save this dude. Here he goes. I mean, those are the things that we need to change. But anyway, man, tonight, Sunday night, like I always tell you, man, we're almost close to football. Those of you that didn't catch that UFC last night, neither did I. Going to watch some of the highlights. Amanda Nunes put in that work. But tonight, man, go tell your son that you love him, man. Tell your daughter, like, hey, man, dad loves you. If you're a mom, say, hey, mom loves you. And single mothers, big shout out to single mothers tonight, man. My mom was a single mother for many, many years, right? I was a mama's boy, man. I love my mother, man, with all my heart, all my soul, all my mind. So if you're a single mother tonight and you got a 5-6-year-old son, however young your son is, or however old your son is, even if he's 17, you give him a hug right now tonight and say, man, mom loves you. Your father, dad loves you. It means a lot, man. Oh, we got to buy a house, man. We got to buy a house. We got to buy a nice size house, man. $150,000 to $200,000, bro. We got to buy a house, put that thing together, man. My boy's doing it in North Carolina. He's got 4 beds and 6 beds in the room. We got TVs in there. Got computer systems. They're doing good things down there, man. Cedric Dean. So that's one of my visions, man, and I hope that I'm able to do it. So it does cost big money. It does, viewers, help the channel. Click on a commercial or two, right? Glad you guys enjoyed the UFC. We got a UFC fighter coming on, supposed to be coming on this week also. So we'll be doing an interview with an actual UFC fighter, and hopefully he can plug us in with Conor McGregor, and we can interview Conor, and then the channel will be like, phew. I'm just joking. But yeah, hopefully got a UFC fighter coming on, real good dude, been through some things in life, changed man. I believe he's a Christian and doing good things. And he believes in the mission. So anyway, tell everybody, man, good night. Blood on the Razor Wire TV, man. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share the video, and make sure you leave a comment with just an X tonight after the video. Nothing but love for everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. He's a UFC guy. He's in the UFC. You guys have a good night, all right? Blood on the Razor Wire TV. We're out of here.